welcome to my channel. It's Bussy. Welcome to 2021. Welcome. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to Bussy's Lane. Thank you so much for clicking. And if you are new on this channel, welcome once again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Yes, in the wake of this week, I must say, for me, it has been positive. It has been positive considering that we've been going through a lot of negatives since 2020, March of 2020. So I am taking this time to appreciate what's been happening in our beautiful continent of Africa, guys. I'm taking this time to really appreciate what our leaders, our African leaders, are trying to work towards. I'm sure you guys by now you've seen it on the news, the African passport. We all know that, or as they said, that only out of 55 countries in Africa, only 54 countries have signed the agreement amongst African countries that we should all have free trade. We should erase all the borders. We should be one Africa and have free trade and develop our continent. Guys, that makes me so happy. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have traveled out of my country. I know I haven't traveled that much, but I've had the opportunity, and yeah, to at least travel to Zambia, through Botswana. So I've been to Zambia, I've been to Botswana, I've been slightly in Zimbabwe, though not entirely inside Zimbabwe. So I've seen how beautiful these countries are and how deprived we are when it comes to us, being one continent or being united or seeing ourselves, imagining ourselves without the borders. We have been absolutely deprived. So I listened to the speech, and that I'm gonna actually just read a few comments that I found on the channel where I was watching. There was a lot of comments. Amongst some comments, something that has been there that I guess our leaders by now have figured it out, looking at the result, the fact that out of 55 countries, 54 countries have signed and agreed. I'm sure they've gone through they've explored many other topics that many countries have had concerns about. I am so excited, guys, and I hope every African person will be excited about this. Like I said, I'm going to read a few comments, but before that, I want to just share my thoughts and what I picked up on this. I picked up that we reached that agreement in record time. Apparently, continents like Europe, it took almost 60 years for them to reach an integrated trade market agreement. It took that. They did their research on how other continents reached it, and how other continents, what challenges other continents faced, and so it is different when it is done by the second person. It is different than when it is done by the person who did it the first time. So we reached the agreement in 5 years of negotiations, guys. Kudos to Africa for that. Number two, it has started being implemented or ushered in 2021 January. Regardless, guys, of that there was COVID, the whole world is stood still because of COVID. Africans are people of zeal, are people of energy and ability. We could continue doing it, and they stood according to the dates that they put down, that 1st January should be the time that this is ushered, this integrated market trade of Africa. It's been implemented as we speak, guys, beginning of January the 1st. So we are people of zeal, of energy, of ability, of strength in Africa. Regardless of what is happening, we are pushing forward. Another of my comment or other thing I picked up, guys, was that I'm gonna read, guys, because the reduction of the cost of currency trading, the conversion of currency, the conversion of currency. So this is what it means. So if you are from, let's say, from Zambia, trading with someone from South Africa. In South Africa, we use rands, that's our currency. South African ZAR, South African rands. And in Zambia, they use kwacha. I'm making this example, guys, because that is where I've been. So I am quite familiar with their kwacha, that is their currency. So when you move with, when you trade, when you send each other money, whether you are doing payment of some sort, the currency conversion is going to be much more easier than it has been all this time. So that is going to be made easier for everyone. Another point that they mentioned is that they are working on raising about 1 billion rand to create a facility. By that, it probably mean to work with commercial banks who will facilitate now the trade between small to medium businesses. And they also emphasize and mention trade amongst businesses owned by women and by youth. So they have a greater vision for the future. Guys, remember, women and youth are the future. Without women, there's no more, you know, creation. There's no more creation without women, of course, and men. But I mean, men have always been in the business industry. They've always, you know, been in that stage where they are able to trade, they are able to move freely, and you know, so they are trying now to remove all those chains from youth and from women to make everything easily fluid and liquid between countries. You understand? So this is, of course, being created, working together with commercial banks, raising this 1 billion rand. Yeah, and yeah, and another one, second last one, a digital enablement platforms that will encourage interconnectivity between countries. So we see these guys even on Facebook. People are able to, we see these in this social media, but it's probably going to be something more formal and more financially related or business related, where you'll be able to access the market that is Senegal, you know. So if you are a lady or a woman or a youth, you are producing, for example, facial products, and you've discovered, you've made your research, and you find out the skin type of people in the east of Africa, and you are able to manufacture and produce that. Or you have the raw products, like I know in Ghana they have a lot of, what is this product called, butter something, yeah, cocoa butter or something like that. But that product is traveling all over the world, guys. And the black soap, I can remember the black soap. It's a product that is got a market all over the world. So imagine if you can find a product like that, and you are staying in South Africa, and you are able to manufacture if you have to, or you have to export that raw product all over Africa. Free access, free trade, without having to stress about how the money will go from here to Senegal or wherever in the continent. Imagine that, guys. That is one way I can say African leaders have done to create jobs, because there's going to be more jobs, guys. Because there's also this train that they are, this fast one way or speed train that they're going to create, that will stop in what do you call this, in capital cities. You know, this is a dream for 2063. This dream needs to be achieved by 2063, guys. This will accelerate intercommunication, everything. Africa will just be one big family. Of course, guys, they were concerned. There were people that were a bit, I feel like they were a bit negative. But let me put it this way. Every comment and every concern is valid, especially at this stage. Because if we turn a blind eye on certain issues like corruption, on certain issues like what do you call this, human trafficking, you know, things like that, if we can turn a blind eye when you don't address those concerns, then again we are headed for failure. So there were people who were commenting, but the comment that struck and is still in my mind as we speak was one of a person who said, let's just remove all the borders already. And the person commented below, no. Why would a successful, hard-working country be open to a smaller country that hasn't been that successful? I'm assuming this person it assumes that every smaller country, or a country with a small economy, or rather a poor economy, is a country that is not working hard, is not hardworking, is not serious about it. No, guys, there is such a thing as corruption. There is such a thing as maybe the drought, or the things not working out well in terms of weather, if a country is agriculturally orientated. So we obviously, are things that we will address as we go. They're not things that we should now focus on. They are so minute that we cannot look at that and neglect all these other opportunities. So I want to urge people, yes, raise your concern, because the more you raise them, the more they will be put on the table and will be addressed, and things will be put in place, regulations will be put in place concerning those concerns. And obviously, as we move, I'm sure the next generation would have learned, would have known that, okay, this is what they went through when they started this agreement. These are the failures, these are the wins, and this is where we take from, and this is where we are taking it to. So, like in the words of Nelson Mandela, our father of Africa, it always seems impossible until someone starts doing something, or until it's done, until someone